What's up and good morning, guys? Welcome back to another video. So as you know, over at the warehouse, we've been working on the portal project for Sony up in Los Angeles. And really, Dave's been the one over there just really kicking butt. So today we're gonna head over there. We're gonna jump in and get back on that project and help him out. But first things first, I'm gonna go stop over. We're gonna get him some breakfast because you know what? The man is working hard and he deserves it.
Thank you.
Dave?
This one, dude. This one. Come on in.
It's this unit?
Come on in.
Dave, hold on, Dave. Dave. Oh,
Oh,
what?
you won.
I won?
Yeah.
What did I win, man?
Congratulations. First place?
First place.
Yeah.
Thanks, buddy. Hey,
Yeah, man.
you want something too?
What we get, dog?
I got you some breakfast, buddy.
Some cream cheese?
Nah, dog, I want come on, cream cheese, bro. That's my basic order. I got you
What's
the
this?
farmhouse with 2 eggs because
What?
protein is important. Protein is important.
Great,
Look at that bad boy.
Great work, dog.
It's protein
Yeah.
packed.
Hell yeah.
So, Dave, give us a little update, man. How's everything going over here?
Well, dog, it's good, man. We got, let's see, we're about to do our last column.
Nice.
I mean, the work speaks for itself.
Well, I've been looking at how well our angles and corners and how well our bevels are coming
Well,
out.
I think they're pretty good. I think your viewers would appreciate like the truth. Like,
Yeah.
you know, I mean, I don't think ain't nothing perfect, but
Well, I gotta say, for
pretty good.
for not having a sliding table saw and running off of a track saw, like that's pretty dang good, buddy. And I gotta say, the reason everything is beveled, obviously you see the bevel there, is to make this look like it's one giant block instead of seeing the edge of a piece of wood or especially the edge of plywood, which looks horrible. Let's assemble this last one.
So I was using the Craig jig, and it's like, and it's real purpose,
Right.
you know, like, and I was like, man, I bet these viewers would like to get down with the Craig jig, because I think for like $20 you can go to Home Depot and buy like the
cheapest one.
cheapest little one.
Well, don't do that. Let me just, because I've used
You've
the
done
cheapest.
that?
I didn't buy the cheapest one, but I've used the cheapest one.
Gotcha.
And spend a little bit more. I think like $60 get you like I think is that one $60?
No, this one's like, you know, 100.
Well, you got the whole box set.
Yeah.
Gotcha. So I think for like $60, I think you can just get what Dave's got here. And if you guys don't know what a Craig jig is, it basically makes pocket screw holes. So you can see right here, these are pocket screw holes. And what the jig does is it allows you to drill through, and then it comes with a special bit and square-headed screws. So,
But basically what you're doing is you're burying the screw. You're not violating a plane.
yeah,
The screw, so it's like a hidden screw, like, and it works real well in cabinetry and decks. When you buy the Craig jig, you get this drill bit right here, and then for like 3/4 inch plywood, we set this at 3 9/16 from your collar here.
well, doesn't it have a measuring tool
edge.
on one of these? Or I think mine has a measuring tool on here.
Yeah, it probably does actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see how that would be. Like,
Yeah, so depending on the one you get, they'll actually tell you where to set that collar for your depth.
fair. And then for like 3/4 to 3/4 plywood, there's like your little chart probably on this side.
So yeah, if you opt for the cheap thing, you just get this, and you got to clamp it on where you want it, which alludes to like there's room for error. Whereas if you have the whole clamp set like this, and you have the little set screw where you can set your depth, because the depth is important. Like all these settings are very important, so you don't blow out the side or come in at a weird angle on the thickness of the material you're working with.
Yeah.
These columns are going to hold up the top piece over there, and we need something to screw into from the top, and obviously you don't want to try and just catch this little edge. Number one, it's risky and you could blow out, and it's a lot stronger to come in from the what do you call it, the face of the plywood versus the edge. So by hiding in these little blocking plates, you can now screw in the top pieces.
we're breaking the edge, which is basically like you got two pieces of wood that are beveled like this, as sharp as shit, which is good, it sounds good, but we want to go ahead and break it, which is kind of rounded over just a little bit, so that as we do our transport and move it around, then like the sharper that corner is, the more fragile it is.
Right.
So we round it over before we put the finish on it, so that just like give us a little help.
It's also friendlier on the hands, and it's going to be in a public place and being touched by people.
Sure.
So you might have seen Dave run through and put a bunch of glue on this edge after we glued it up. And the reason being is, you know, as much as we try and get these bevels perfect, there's going to be a chance for a little bit of fluctuation where they meet up. I mean, like right there's a good example. There's a little, like maybe 30-second of a gap right there. And by putting that glue down and then hitting it with the sander, what does that do, Dave?
Pushes the sawdust into that crack with that glue. So it's like wood filler, but it is precisely the color of the wood because it is this dust.
There you go. So, I mean, you can see just how nice of an edge that makes. So now that we've got all the plywood pieces assembled, we're going to basically build it in the way that it's going to sit up at Sony. And the reason we're doing that is to be able to get our dimensions for the steel that's going to be going in a campanist.
That depends what country we're in.
So now that we got it all assembled, you'll kind of see why we had to put the pocket screws with the little hidden backing plates in there. These are the tops of both top sections. Obviously everything else was glued together, but these were made removable so that when we go to install it up in Los Angeles, it allows us to come in from the top side and screw everything in. But we want to make sure when we get the steel cut, it is all to the correct dimensions, and then now seeing it in real life versus, you know, sometimes things can differ just a little bit from the computer. That's why we opted to put it together. Once we get all the measurements, we're then going to pull it apart and give it its finish, which is just a clear stain. How the measurements look, buddy? We all good to go?
It's like plus minus 1/16.
I think that's within tolerance.
I think that's pretty good. Like, yeah, that's weirdly good.
So here's obviously our two pieces that we have just assembled and put up, and then all the black that you see here is going to be steel, and it's got this, Dave calls it the peacock, where it flares up in the front over here. So on top of getting all this stuff stained, we're gonna try and get some material so we can mock that up before we actually have it dimensionally cut in steel.
Like, I bet those are this big, but
you don't know.
Yeah.
It's an educated guess.
Yeah.
Dave just ran to go grab the stain, and I came over here to the snack bar. And well, this is how you know Dave's been here for a couple days. I went to go grab a Coke, and well, now I do give Dave credit, because I mean, aside from that one, which I'm pretty sure he brought from home, he does leave the last one of whatever's there. He's not going to take the last one. He's not that guy, but this was full. He's the only one that's drinking these in about 2 days. So the finish we're using is Super Deck, aka Super Duck, according to Dave, because there's a duck on the thing. Dave, why do you like this finish so much?
Because you ain't got to be all dust free. It's quick. You wipe it on, wipe it off like a stain. You can spray it too if you want to save. If you want to save on material, you can spray it and then wipe it off. But you gotta wipe it off. But I like it because it's forgiving. You know, which makes it fast.
Let's do it. Well, there it is. This is all finished up. As you guys can see, I mean, it took us maybe all of 8 minutes to run through and finish the entire thing. It's all just getting one coat of clear, and we are pretty much ready to go. Dave's gonna get the steel ordered up, and that'll be the next big step. So with that, guys, we're gonna wrap up as always. Thank you so much for watching the channel. If you have not subscribed already, please click the subscribe button now, that way you do not miss out on any future content, whether it be truck related, work related, whatever it may be. Don't forget to give this video a like, aka a thumbs up. Don't forget to check out workforapparel.com, because if there's anything you want in this life, you gotta be willing to
Work for it.
You guys are the best. Dave, stop dropping stuff. Give it to us.
Stop, drop, and roll.
You got it, Dave. You can do it.
Roll the outro.